I had a bump last week. Yes, I reversed into a car.
What a plonker.
You're not in focus, Ellie. Sorry. You set up for manual focus on me, so I don't use autofocus on this camera because it's rubbish. Ooh, it gives you very little control, this camera. I don't know if hopefully I'm in focus. I can't really tell. It's not very good really, is it? Never mind. Good morning, guys. I've not been out. I did have a camp the weekend. Video to follow. Not had a chance to edit it yet. What else has been going on? I had a bump last week. Yes, I reversed into a car. What a plonker. Head's not right, see, I wasn't concentrating. It was last week, it was, the beginning of last week. And I was in the doctor's surgery, well, in the car park. I goes through the car park, because you go through, there's parking spaces and then another way out, you see. Well, I went to go out the out way, and somebody stuck a load of wheelie bins right in the out way, which meant you couldn't get out. No idea why they stuck them there, a stupid place. I guess they probably emptied the bins and then the people just left them where they were, but anyway, whatever. I thought, oh right, so I'll have to reverse back through the car park. Normally not a problem really, but it was horrendous, the weather we had last week. I couldn't see a thing. All the windows were all steamed up. It was pouring down with rain. I wasn't concentrating enough as I should have done, I guess. I accidentally reversed into this chap's car. Oh dear. Anyway, I had a look. I left a note with the chap's car because there was nobody about. The car was unattended. So I left my details. The chap contacted me, and then we got it sorted out through the insurance, so that was all right. But, there was no damage to the micro at all. I think, I'm not sure, but I think there was a tiny scratch that I think I'll probably polish out. There was nothing there. There was no dents. There was nothing. I think if anything, it just wiped the dirt off. It looked like I'd sort of scraped the other car, but I think it was probably dirt, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. But if there was no damage to ours, it's unlikely there was any damage on his. But anyway, I went through the insurance, whatever. And the chap said he was getting some prices for repairs. So whether he was milking it, I don't know. But it was too wet. It was pouring rain and it was too wet to actually have a good inspection of the other chap's car. But like I say, there was nothing on ours. So I do apologise to that chap for doing that. Just wasn't concentrating. Ooh, funny dog. It's definitely getting cold. Donning the hat this morning, as you can see. Winter's here now. Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Have any of you guys heard of Article 13? Probably not. Well, you probably have through YouTube, because YouTube is the only platform that's showing anything about it. I've done a video over on Scudo, so you can go over and have a look. I'll put a link in the description down below. Yes, Article 13. Not very good. It's not painting Europe in a very good light. It's all about copyright, basically, which I can understand, and I think maybe the idea behind it is to protect copyright. Barky barky. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Article 13. Yes, it's supposed to be there to protect the copyright owners, you see, but I'm not 100% convinced. I always remember reading something years ago, and if in doubt with anything that's going on, if in doubt with anything, follow the money. So yeah, so I'm not convinced, I'm afraid. I personally think there's an agenda there somewhere, probably for media companies to be profiting again and squashing freedom of speech and all this other bits and pieces. But yeah, so I think it's all a bit grey. There's no real information. The whole article it's so varied. It's so wishy-washy. It's like there's nothing concrete. Do you know what I mean? It's so. I mean, I was reading the other day, and apparently it happened with Google that they got done for something, but Google had said, but there's no actual laws. But Europe was saying that these laws sort of implied. There was it was an implied law. That's what they were saying. The law was implied, but it wasn't actually solid. It wasn't a solid law. It was just an implied law, which they said, well, that's not really very solid, is it? You know, how can we act upon that? How can we act upon this sort of stuff? Oh, my brain today. I wish my brain would work. I can't express what I'm trying to say because my brain's not working. It's just so frustrating. When you've got so many things going on, it's just... Anyway, go and watch the video on Scudo, because I can't think here. I can't talk about it because it's doing my nut. It's just not, my head's not working today, so sorry about that. So, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope the weather's okay for where you are. Love and light, guys. Thanks for your comments and support. See you next vlog. Ellie.